Hello. It's Tuesday, and it's about 2 in the afternoon. Is that right? Yep. It's a little after 2 in the afternoon. I am currently on the road on my way to Valco Shopping Center. I am now in the season of breaking down buildings, or breaking down offices. Previous to this, I was in the repair things when they go down phase, and previous to that, I was in the set up the offices and buildings phase. So now that the tax season is officially over, all the pop-ups that are around have to be broken down and stored for the off-season, and then when the season starts up again, that stuff needs to be unpacked, reset up, and the process starts all over again. So I started doing this yesterday, actually. I started recording yesterday because I received a message saying, hey, could you go take care of this? And when I got to the San Carlos office so I could pick up some packing materials, i.e. boxes to put stuff in, the office door was closed. Now, I have keys. However, keys don't work when they secretly change the fucking locks on you and don't tell you. So I get out to the San Carlos office and I walk up to the door and I put my key in the lock and I try to turn it. It doesn't work, and I'm thinking to myself, this isn't good. There was a time before where that happened, where when the key would go into the lock, it wouldn't turn unless you fought with it because the key had gunk, or the cylinder had gunk in it and needed to be cleaned out. So when they did that, which was like, I don't know, 3 months ago, they put the key in, it worked fine. So when they stopped doing, when it was jamming up again, I was thinking to myself, Jesus, it got gunked up that quickly? That's pretty scary. But when I looked at the cylinder head, I could see that it was a different color than I remember it being. So when I called not my boss, but I called the DOC, I forget what the DOC stands for, director of something, she told me, yeah, they changed the locks. No one thought it necessary to let me know that, and I don't have a key, so I can't get into any of the San Carlos district offices because the locks have all been changed on them. So any of them that need me to do something, until I get a new key, just sit there with my thumb up my ass, I guess. So they're supposed to be getting me a new key soon. So now I'm headed to. I got in today because the office was open because it was during business hours, because this is one of the offices that's open all year long. So since the office was open, somebody that would have been there would have had a key, but lucky for me, the district manager was in the office, so they had the classroom door, which is where the stuff is that I needed to get, was unlocked. So I was able to go in and grab a box and a stack of cardboard boxes. They're unassembled, so I gotta basically, rip them apart and put them together, and they're really not that big either, so I'm gonna have to use a bunch of them. I got like, I think 16 or 17 of them, something like that, maybe, yeah, like 16 or 17 of them. So I'm gonna take you with me to Valco, and I'll take you inside the office so you can see what the breakdown process is like. Really, it's just disconnecting computers and monitors and taking peripherals, not the system peripherals, not the keyboard and mice, but more, like power strips and 5-port switches, things like that, and backing them up so that they can be stored, and then when it comes time for this location to be opened again, they can just be pulled out of storage and immediately set up. The advantage to me doing it is because I'm supposed to be the one that's going to, unpack it. I can pack everything the way I want it, so that I can just get it ready to go next year. Really, all I'm going to do is just put stuff together that belongs together. I'm going to put all the switches together, all the power strips together, all the data cables together. I'm just going to assemble them and put them in a box, put the box aside, and that's pretty much it. So I don't know how long this is going to take me. It's not a huge place, but it is a little spaced out. Not to mention the fact that the setup in the back, where the data is a little bit wacky. Like, I had to do a jury rig to get it to work, because usually in places like this, they've got, you know, the cable comes in, the data cable comes in from the outside, and, you know, there's a power source near that, and then you plug in the router, you plug in the modem, and then from the modem you have a switch that connects to a data panel, which splits out into the office. So basically the data panel is where the data ports plug into, and then that panel has cables that feed into the office, and those cables feed to locations like at desks or in walls or whatever, and those locations are where you plug the computers in. So it's just like a really long path to get from the computer to the modem. But in this case, the data panel is sort of like across the room, and there was no power for the switch and stuff, so I had to run several extension cords from like out in the hallway into the back room. It's really funky. I'll show you when I get there. But basically, it's not very clean. It's not as clean as it should be anyway. But I made it work, so that's all that really matters. So yeah, now I'm going to the mall, Valco Shopping Center, and once I get in, I will record and show you guys what it looks like to break down an office. All right, so I'll talk to you in a minute. We're inside the mall. You can see behind me, there's the mall back there. Okay, this is the office that I'm going to be breaking down. Now, I told you, it's not that big. It's just spacious. So I've got to break down the front desk, and I got to break down these cubes. All this stuff here. And then I got to just unplug those things, really. I don't have to do much for that. Now, let me show you the thing I was telling you about the back here. I already started ripping it apart, but you see this plug under here? See that? See that? Yeah. I had the cable that went across the floor, and there it is. There's that, and then you can see that I had to power strip that one to a power strip to another power strip junction, and then all these cables and stuff, which led to the switch and the data panel over here. So you can see it's a huge fucking mess. This is what I had to work with when I got here. So now we're going to go all the way back up to the front, and I'm going to start breaking stuff down. And then once we're done breaking stuff down, I'll show you what the finished product looks like. So I'm still breaking stuff down, but I just want to show you how far along I got here. So the front desk, there it is right there. It's no longer assembled. And this is what the cubes look like. Basically, you just break them down. Monitor, keyboard, mouse, computer, all that's separated. So what I thought I would do is basically show you what a breakdown looks like so you have an idea. So here's a cube. As you can see, it's got the signature pad and the mouse, keyboard, monitor, phone, computer, cables, and all that crap. So what I'm going to do is sit down here and break this fucker down. So first thing I have to do is disconnect all the cables so that everything can be put away appropriately here. Data cables, alright. And then in the back, you can see we've got all this stuff. So I've got to unplug these things. And I got to get rid of this power strip because it's no longer being used here. Hold on a second. Alright, so what I've been doing is basically I've just been taking these power strips, these things, and I've been chucking them. Keeping all the power strips in one location. Next step. Break down the PC. So, if you look behind the PC here, see it's got all these cables and stuff, so I just unplug everything. Okay. Alright, so I've got all the cables that have been disconnected and loosened. Now, here's the process of breaking this down. First thing, telephone. Telephone has to be, put you over here real quick. Hold on. Come on. Work with me. Work with me. With me. With me. There you go. So, let me just put you back up here. Hold on a second. Stay right there. Okay. That's always good. It's always good when that happens. Alright. Wind up the phone. It's really not that complicated what I'm doing. Get the phone set aside. Next thing. Signature pad. Same deal. Make sure that the pen is in its appropriate place here. That gets locked into place. Like that. And you just wind it up. That gets tucked underneath so it'll stay. Nice package. And now I gotta grab you. I gotta take these Velcro straps off of the cables. These things. Gotta do it again. Here, let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So now, since the cables have been loosened up, I can pull the mouse and keyboard cables through. And I do the same thing I did with the other two devices, the signature pad and the phone. Just wind it up, set it aside. Same thing with the mice. This is what I do with usually with the cables for things like this. I wrap it around my hand like this, then with an extra couple inches, I make a loop, pinch the loop, 1, 2, 3, then I tuck the USB plug into the cable bundle. So now, there you go, one neat little package that can be easily unwound and disassembled. Finally, monitor. Monitor is simply a matter of press it down, grab the cable, and just wrap it. See what I'm doing here? I'm just wrapping it around itself. See that? Nothing special, nothing wacky. Just wrap it, and I'm done. And that's pretty much it. That's for all intents and purposes, man. This is what breaking down my systems is all about. Is just making them so they can be easily stored, and then easily unpacked later on. Let me put the monitor over here, like that. Grab the PC. Hold on a second, let me put you down for just a minute. Grab the PC, this thing. And voila. As you can see, one broken down workstation. So, as clumsily as that was done, that's basically what I'm doing. I have to box up the cables. I got to put those power strips in a location. But yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. So I just got to do the rest of the office, which is just a couple more cubes. Then I've got to unplug the printers, and I got to go in the back and manipulate that stack of cables and crap back there that I showed you before. So when I'm all done, I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. All right, so I have finished the breakdown of the office. This is what I ended up. This is what it ended up looking like after I got all the computers broken down, everything packed in the boxes. So you've got the server and the UPS that I have to take with me here, and then here is everything else. So that entire office got packed up into this, and then you got the printers and the cash drawer. And that's it. Everything else, as you can see, completely cleared. So there you go. I am now officially done breaking it down. See the mirror? Oh, you guys can see that or not? Yep, that's me. Hi. So yeah, that's everything into those boxes and stacked up nice and neat for the people that will come and take the stuff away. So that's it for the day. I'm done here. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing at other locations as they pop up. Just breaking them down from what they look like in the beginning to what you saw there. Exciting, isn't it? All right, well, I guess that's it. I will talk to y'all later.